66 million years ago, a cataclysmic event wiped the slate clean. The age of giant reptiles was over, and the world was quiet, but not for long. What rose from the ashes of the Mesozoic Era? An entirely new dynasty was about to take over, giving rise to some of the most incredible creatures to ever walk the earth, including, eventually, us. Welcome to the Cenozoic Era, better known as the Age of Mammals. The extinction that killed off the non-avian dinosaurs was a global reset button. For the small, furry creatures that had lived in the shadows of giants, this was the opportunity of a lifetime. With the dominant predators gone, mammals exploded in a burst of evolutionary creativity. It was like a planetary job fair, and every ecological niche was hiring. Suddenly, mammals weren't just tiny, scurrying creatures anymore. They were diversifying, growing larger, and spreading across the globe. Imagine a world roamed by giants, but not the ones you're thinking of. On land, you had the mighty mammoths, with their curved tusks and shaggy coats, and the impressive saber-toothed cats, like Smilodon, with canines as long as daggers. There were giant ground sloths, the size of elephants, and hornless rhinos, like Paraceratherium, that stood taller than a giraffe, making them one of the largest land mammals ever. These weren't movie monsters. They were real animals, dominating prehistoric landscapes from North America to Eurasia. But the revolution wasn't just happening on land. The oceans, once home to fearsome marine reptiles, were now being conquered by mammals. Early whales like Basilosaurus were long, serpentine predators, a far cry from the gentle giants we know today. Over millions of years, these land-dwelling ancestors fully adapted to an aquatic life, evolving into the whales and dolphins that navigate our modern seas. Meanwhile, other mammals, like seals and sea lions, made the coastline their home, bridging the gap between land and water, and let's not forget the air. While dinosaurs had pterosaurs, the Cenozoic saw the incredible diversification of bats, the only mammals capable of true flight. While mammals were the stars of the show, they weren't alone. The survivors of the extinction event thrived. Birds, the direct descendants of dinosaurs, flourished, evolving into countless forms. From tiny hummingbirds to giant, flightless terror birds like Phorus racos, which became apex predators in their own right. Insects and flowering plants, which had appeared earlier, formed an intricate partnership, co-evolving to create the complex, colorful ecosystems we recognize today. This explosion of plant life provided the fuel for the newly diversifying herbivores, which in turn fed the new carnivores. All this biological drama played out on a changing stage. The continents, which had been clustered together in supercontinents like Pangaea, were drifting apart, slowly moving into their present-day positions. This continental drift was a powerful engine of change. Mountain ranges like the Himalayas and the Alps were thrust upward as tectonic plates collided. These new mountains altered weather patterns, created rain shadows, and carved out new river systems, fundamentally reshaping climates and creating isolated environments where unique species could evolve. The Cenozoic climate wasn't stable. It was a roller coaster of warming and cooling periods, culminating in a series of dramatic ice ages. Massive glaciers, miles thick, advanced and retreated across the northern continents, sculpting valleys, carving out lakes, and connecting and disconnecting landmasses with ice bridges. For the life of the Cenozoic, this was the ultimate test of adaptability. Species had to migrate, adapt to the cold, or face extinction. The woolly mammoth and the woolly rhino are classic examples of creatures perfectly tailored for this frozen world. And then, in the geological blink of an eye, a new force appeared. During the later stages of the Cenozoic, a particularly clever species of primate emerged in Africa: humans. Our ancestors spread out from Africa, encountering the megafauna that had ruled for millions of years. With our intelligence, tool use, and cooperative hunting, we became the planet's new super predator. Our arrival coincided with the disappearance of many of the great mammals, a topic of intense debate among scientists. Were they hunted to extinction, or were they victims of the rapidly changing climate at the end of the last ice age? Perhaps it was a combination of both. What's undeniable is that our species has had an unprecedented impact on the planet, altering ecosystems more profoundly and rapidly than any species before us. The story of the Cenozoic is our story. It's a tale of resilience, of life's incredible ability to bounce back and fill every available space. It shows how geology, climate, and life are deeply interconnected, each shaping the other in a dance that has lasted for millions of years. From the rise of the first giant mammals to the dawn of human civilization, the Cenozoic Era is the final, epic chapter of Earth's deep history, and it's the chapter we are still writing today. Thanks so much for joining us on this journey through time. If you found this fascinating, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the story of our amazing planet. See you next time.